Hello everybody, what's up? Welcome back to another installment of Time Attack Tuesday. I know it's been a while, and I do apologize, but like I said, I've been gone for a while, and I'm actually fairly excited to bring this back. We're going to be doing it in a different way. For those of you that might be familiar with it, we had a class, like we can only stick to B class, and we can only use street tires. Well, I've increased the class limit to A class this time. And also the first car we're using is the BMW M6 35, lots of other stuff. But yeah, we're going to be doing A-class cars, and also we can only go up to street tires, is that what, or sport tires, sorry, sport tires. Yeah, those are the highest amount of tires that we can use. So, yeah, let's kind of get into it. Now, I know that has been a while, and I'm a bit rusty because I've been playing a bunch of Horizon 3 lately, but no, like I said, I'm really excited to get back into this. 295s in the rear, that's not bad. And we've got 295s in the front. Okay, that's really good. 282 horsepower, which is not really that much, but I do imagine that we'll be getting more in there the closer we get towards finishing the build itself. Hopefully. I'm hoping we can maybe get around 400 to 500 horsepower. Oh, apparently I didn't click A. I'm so spoiled, man. I got used to doing the checkout system in Horizon 3, which works really, really nicely. This car looks really good and lowered. Also, by the way, I do hope that the audio is a little bit better. I've been kind of playing around a little bit, trying to find the best mediums with the volumes, and trying to make sure you guys can still hear the car, can still hear the game, like the sounds that the game makes over my voice as well. Because I think in the last couple videos, my voice has been kind of overdrone, what's the word? Over the top, I guess, when compared to the game volume. So I am working on that. I do know that it hasn't been the greatest the past couple videos, and I am trying to fix that. And another new thing that's to this kind of Time Attack Tuesday 2.0, if you will, is we're not going to be doing Nürburgring anymore. I'm actually going to surprise you with the racetrack. I'm not going to tell you what it is right now, mainly because I want it to be a surprise. But yeah, do we have any, just the standard Forza body kits? I'm assuming the really ugly spoiler, yeah. Okay, so we're not going to be doing any of that. We're in B class right now. I'll tell you what I'd like to put in here is a V8. Can I put a V8? Oh, I can put a V8 in here. Oh, yep, we're doing it. Putting the V8 in here. I know some of you guys might not like that, but I don't care. I don't think that I did weight reduction, so I think I'm going to, which probably, let's go do that first actually, before we do any more in terms of like turbos or anything. So this is like 2,800 pounds, which really is not bad actually. I expect this car to be a lot heavier than what it is. And let's throw on a, let's see, I'm thinking centrifugal or positive displacement. Let's go supercharger. Because why not? Pulling 1.24 Gs, that's really good. That should give me enough grip in the corners itself, and themselves, not itself. A corner is not a standalone bean, okay? You guys got to know this. But, yeah, like I said, that puts us way into S-Class. Or not way into S-Class, but you see what I mean, damn it, don't judge me. A 692. So now we're just kind of searching for little bits that we can. Let's do this, because I don't really know what we're going to be able to get away with. And yep, there we go. Okay, cool. So the final product of this car is 460 horsepower, 465 foot-pounds of torque, which is not bad. Weight is just under 2,800, which is, like I said, that's pretty good. And a front weight displacement of 52%. So, okay, I kind of have some high hopes for this car. Like I said, I'm not going to tell you what track it is. And speaking of tracks, I will see you there. I'm just checking the tire size right now. But yeah, I will see you guys there, and I hope you guys like it. I think you're going to. One, two, three, 2, 2.5, 2 3/4, and yeah. Alrighty, so here we are on the racetrack. We are at the Homestead Miami mini circuit. This is actually a quite fantastic racetrack. And considering that this is a lapped kind of time attack session, I'm not going to be doing just one lap as opposed to what I would do on Nürburgring, mainly because Nürburgring is quite long. So here what we're going to do is we're going to do 5 flying laps, which means that we're going to have a total of, I guess, 6 laps really if you think about it. But 5 flying laps, 5 laps that actually matter. And we're about to get underway, but just until then, I want you guys to listen to this car and just listen to how amazing it sounds. Wow, so I don't know if it's just me that I think it sounds amazing, but whatever. But that being said, we're going to go at the 125 mark, and we should be able to get a fairly decent lap time. Right, so here we are underway. This is more of a feeler lap, let's just call it that. Something to kind of get a feel for the car. And I have high expectations for this car, mainly because it's got quite sizable tires on it. And yeah, so I guess we'll find out. We won't really know until we get this thing going, actually on a lap that matters. But there's a lot of, I guess, dangers on this racetrack. There's not much in the way of elevation changes, but there's a lot of abrupt and sudden changes, such as when you're coming from the banking from the front stretch down on the first corner, banking from the track down to the flatness of the apron. And that can really easily upset the balance of the car. But I think this car will do fine. It's got 295s all around, so I do hope that it'll do alright. And you're coming from the flat back onto the track itself, so that can be somewhat of a faff. But here we go. Come to the first lap that actually matters, the first lap that means something, and flying down the front stretch. Now, getting into this first corner is somewhat kind of a pain in the ass. And as soon as you cross that yellow line that we just went across, that's normally where I brake at. But that seemed to be a little early, to be honest, in this car. I didn't really expect this car to have that good of brakes. But hey, I guess anything's possible. Now, you kind of want to make sure you get your car turned in right there as well. You can't really see it. The track doesn't, or the game doesn't really do it justice. But there's kind of like a bold dip into that third corner. I guess that's what that would be. And you kind of want to get your front end turned into that so that you can remain at speed. Kind of helps your car turn. And just a little word of advice: make sure you slow down enough so that you can do that. Now we kind of got into the grass just a little bit right there. Nothing too bad. And the car is kind of wanting to do a little bit of some four-wheel drifting right here, but we're not going to let that happen. We're going to keep control of this 400-something horsepower V8, and you know, I think I've got really high hopes for this car. It feels really great. It feels amazing. Past that yellow line, break in a straight line, and that was much better, much better. And you guys don't really notice it, but you have a lot of runoff area also after that first corner. So if you guys need it, it is there. It's nothing too crazy, but it is nice to have. That was much better than last time around. We were actually able to keep the car on the track without getting it halfway into the grass, which is not always the best thing to do. We are 5/10 up right now. Now I want to make sure I get this slowed down just right. Oh, we went a little bit too wide, but it's okay. You kind of have to sacrifice that exit in order to get these two next left-handers. They're kind of at an awkward angle, and there's not really one particular way that you should hit them just to be fast. It's kind of down to driver preference. I like to sacrifice the right-hand hairpin, that way I can get a better entry into those left-hand corners. But like I said, that's all driver preference. And I think I'm going to try to clean that up just a little bit. Oh yeah, see, we weren't much faster that time around. So get right here. Try not to lock our brakes up like we did last time. Okay, that was much better. Much better. Kept the car nice and stable. Come down to second gear. Don't hit the curb too much. It's okay to ride it, but you don't want to be bouncing off of it the entire way through. Used a little bit too much of the grass right there, but I don't think it's going to hurt us. And yeah, like I said, we went way too wide coming into this hairpin. I think I broke a little bit too late, and I'm going to try to clean that up just a little bit. Yeah, that was much better. Much better. Now we're going to try to get a straight entry right here. There's a bump right there that you kind of have to be, I guess, aware of, but once you put a race suspension on cars, it's really not that noticeable. We were pretty sloppy through here last time as well, and that's much better. We ran the apexes just the way I think you would be meant to if you were racing this track IRL. And yeah, that one felt much faster. Oh yeah, that was much faster. It was almost a second and a half faster, so that's good. Push our luck just a little bit more right here. Can we get into this first-hand corner just any faster? Okay, that was good. That was, again, nice and stable. Forza reckons that was a perfect corner, which I am not going to argue with. Try to get this car, try to use as much of the acceleration as we can. Because remember, we did put that supercharger on it, so it actually does get up and go fairly decently. We're almost 3/10 up on that last lap time, so that's good. Brake in a straight line, don't lock up the brakes. I went a little bit too wide, but it's okay. It wasn't nothing that we can't handle. And I kind of messed up the entry right there, so I think we're just going to kind of sacrifice and manage what we can here. But yeah, you know, wheel spin really is not an issue in this car. It's like this is a very, very comfortable car to drive. I think, you know, now that I'm kind of acquainted with it, I've been driving it for a couple of laps. I think this might actually be my A-class car of choice, to be honest. And even though we messed up that hairpin, we were 2/10 faster. Okay, so that's good. So we must have been really hauling ass in this first section right here, because again, right there, you're able to carry so much speed there. And I was kind of overestimating that curb because I always thought that it was a little bit more nasty than what it is, but actually it's relatively flat. It's not all that bouncy. So future reference, next week I think I might actually be able to run that curb just a little bit more, 4/10 up, as you guys can see on that last lap. Make sure we get slowed down enough. Oh, okay, yep, nope. That was really bad. That was really bad. I don't see us actually going to be able to beat that last lap time. However, I am very pleased with this. I am very pleased with the lap time that this car was actually able to put down. I don't know. I didn't really expect this car to be that drivable, but there we go. Shall we? I think we're going to drift it. Yep, drift it, at least up until we get to the banking. Alright. So, yeah, this car is actually quite controllable. I didn't really expect that from it, and even at that, mess around, we're only a second and a half down, so that is not bad at all. So I think that being said, I think that's going to conclude this episode of Time Attack Tuesday 2.0, number 1. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as you guys did the last one. I am slightly going to miss Nürburgring, but it's just kind of got played out, and it kind of got to the point where, I don't know, it was more frustrating to record it than it was to actually try and get that one lap time. So, with that being said, if you guys did enjoy this episode of Time Attack Tuesday, don't go in reverse, please. If you guys did enjoy this, please don't forget to slay that like button, because that really helps me out. We are looking through the fence. But yeah, don't forget to slay that like button. That really helps me out. As well as, if you are new, subscribe, because if you subscribe, you guys will see 2 videos a day, Monday through Friday. And you guys can give me suggestions as to what kind of cars you guys want to drive, or as you guys want me to drive. And, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. In the description box, there is links to my Twitter and my Facebook page. So if you guys want to go check those out, feel free. I'm always on there. I'm always chatting with somebody. So, yeah, I think that's it. And I'll see you guys today around 4-ish with another video. And until then, peace out.